Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. We are on day 17 of our life cycle of a chicken unit. We have 4 days left until our chicks begin to hatch. So we're going to flip through very quickly our chicken timeline. We've been watching the growth of the embryo every day and seeing how he is beginning to fill out the inside of the egg as he gets bigger and bigger and bigger, correct? We've also been learning new vocabulary words every day. So we have 2 new words today, a waddle and a comb. We've talked about this a little bit as we've gone, but this is the official wording. So the waddle is that part that dangles down under their chin. It is a flap that is under the chicken's chin. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's little, sometimes it's bright red, sometimes it's dull red. This part up on top is called a comb. It looks like a comb that you might brush your hair with, right? And the comb is the pointed part, the pointed things at the top of the chicken's head. It might be bright red, it might be dull red, it might be big or little, depending on if they are a hen or a rooster or what breed of chicken they are. We're going to look at a few different combs and wattles in just a few minutes. But typically, if they are bright red like this, really bright, pretty colored, they are a boy. And if they are sort of dull and it's a smaller size, it is a girl. So we're going to look a little bit. Also, let's look at the embryo. Day 17, the beak turns towards the air cell and the embryo begins to hatch. We've talked a little bit about how they did not draw this picture correctly, right? You guys know that because the air sac has to be on the side that is closest to his head, right? And the air sac, we know, is on the fat end of the egg. So actually, this egg should be skinny down here and fat up at the top, right? So that's the difference. That's what our illustration should look like. So when you draw yours, I want you to draw it correctly, okay? All right, so this is, let's see if we can flip the screen. All right, these are some pictures of some different wattles and combs that you see on different breeds of chickens. This one is called a buttercup comb, a cushion comb. See how it's short and squatty like a little cushion? A rose comb, look at that one, it's pointed. A single comb, strawberry comb, pea comb, V comb, and look at the silky. We have a walnut comb. He looks like he has a mohawk with his hair all sticking up everywhere. So see, there are all different kinds of combs that you can have. So let's review. What is the vocabulary word for the flap under their chin? What is that called? The part underneath their chin. What is that part called? A waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle. And then what is this part called on the top of their head that goes back and has pointed things coming up? A comb. All right, today is day 17. We have been looking at our timeline every day. On day 19, when we get to day 19, this is day 17, in 2 more days, we are going to take all the eggs out of our yellow trays and we're going to lay them down in the bottom of the incubator. So we will take all of these out of the tray. We'll take the actual trays out and we'll lay the eggs down on that grate down there at the bottom, and we will put in extra water and raise this humidity level up. See where it says 58? We're going to raise it up to about 70. We're going to put a lot of water into the air, and it's going to make it really moist and hot and sticky in there. And remember, that's exactly the conditions that are under the mama hen. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're making this machine act just like a mama hen. Also, the last thing I'm going to show you today is where we have been posting our vocabulary words and timeline in the room. So this is really for other classes who are watching the YouTube channel. When you come in here and we do our chicken demonstration, this is something I want you to look at as you walk around the room and look at different things, like look at the incubator, look at these cards that have our vocabulary words on them and the timeline pictures of each day. Okay, today is day 17. We have 4 more days left. 1, 2, 3, 4. How exciting!